And we're back. I'm standing here with Kerstin Barup, who's an architect and has been attending this conference now for the last 2 days. How's it been so far?
I think it has been really interesting, and an international conference in Lund with so really good people who are from different professions gives a lot to think about.
As an architect, what kind of ideas do you take home with you?
Well, I take with me that I'm so glad that people appreciate the past as something important to be able to plan for the future, because that is something in this learning process that has also been discussed about, that we really have to remember. I mean, we are right now and here, as was said, between the past and the future. That is exactly now, and that is why we see also good examples from different parts of both Sweden and other countries that is needed.
Do you see any limitations of what can be done?
Yes, I do. In churches, someone has, if it is an interesting church, there are churches with not so good quality, but a lot of them they have their identity, and we have to take care of what has been done already. So we can do too much transformation without thinking about the beauty, the balance in the room and the beauty of the room. I think, as has been shown during this conference, that very much can be done to the interiors, because it is the walls and the volumes and most of all the atmosphere of the room that has to be preserved. And so many things can be changed, but not the beauty, the atmosphere and the magnificence of these very special rooms that they are sacred, and there is some difference between a profane and a sacred room.
So I take it's a very delicate balance between wanting to have the church, for instance, to be used for many multifunctional purposes,
Yes.
but at the same time respecting what it is right now and having that balance.
Yes, and I think that takes a lot of skill from lots of different professions, and we can see that there are differences in how they succeed also from the examples we have seen here. A church has a beautiful architecture. The room is what we are talking about, and that can be preserved with great skill, and you can do a lot. But you can also destroy this beauty with doing too much to small things. As you say, it is delicate, but that is also why it's good to see many examples.
What have you seen in your profession among your colleagues, architects? What I take from this conference is there will be much more need for architects who have experience in church renovation and modeling and so on.
Yes.
Do you see that development happening in your trade, with the more experienced architects specialized in churches?
Well, yes and no. There is a great interest, but I think maybe many architects are still being educated to be, you could say, the big architect with the big A, but sometimes it is so interesting to work together with architects that maybe not alive anymore, maybe who did those old churches, and to respect that and to be kind of more of an everyday architect, just to bring the heritage further on. We do not have to manifest ourselves so much, I think, and that is a lesson to learn. And also I think that young architects should know more of history of architecture, not to be scientists in history or to be specialists, but to be able to apply the knowledge and to be creative about it in their innovations and ideas about the future.
Very interesting. Thank you very much, Kerstin, and I wish you a good remainder of this conference.
Thank you.